Good morning. It's Friday, June 5th, 2026. Not good with calendar dates. I think I might be about to do something either really foolish. It's really stepping out there. That's really scary. Also, I don't even know if it's all that appropriate. So if it is, let me know and I'll take it down. I want to say good morning, Sheila. And you want to go pick up a tomato. I didn't want to, I spent the last 12 hours ruminating on, 7 words I said in the live stream. Makes me very anxious. Participating makes me anxious. I'm not an ex-corporate. I worked in public, and I left that. Oh, we're about close to 10 years now. And oh man, there was a few years of rage. There was a bunch of other stuff that went on, right? And then about, I don't know, 5 years ago, I just, you know what? I think I'd just rather sit around and grow tomatoes. So I didn't want to put you off when I said just get one. No. What I meant was that's all you need. But if you want to get more, please, by all means, go buy more. Any gardener you bump into is probably going to want you to get on board. We're a bit like, I don't know, man. I don't know what you'd call us. We're addicted to growing things. And I don't know, it's a strange little, it's not a cult, it is a cult, it's magic. We want everybody to get involved and do it. I wanted to show you this, okay? This is just a cherry tomato. You can go find one of these in the store about this size. Even smaller. If you can find one this time, you know what I mean? We're getting on here to the end of summer, and so you had mentioned running to a big box store this weekend and picking up a tomato. Do that. And maybe some cucumber seeds. Those things will sprout inside of 4 days. And ground that's warm too, you could just sow 3 of them in one spot. I feel like I'm also like mansplaining gardening to you, and you don't need that. Like you're capable. But anyway, if you were curious, you can grow a tomato in a pot no bigger than that on your patio. I'm gonna keep this one right outside the door. This is, like I said, a cherry tomato, so I can just pick on it and eat it at will, or grab a handful and throw it in a salad or whatever. It's kind of hitting the shade at the moment because the tree's there, but the sun will come over. It doesn't have to be in full blazing sun all day long. In fact, especially when they're little, and if they get exposed to hard sun and heavy wind, they're gonna be a little sad. So if you can put them in a pot, you can move them around a little bit, you know what I mean? Like in and out of the shade, or just make sure their roots. One thing I've noticed growing tomatoes on the deck, if I keep this in a black pot, and it gets really hot, they don't particularly like that. So I don't know, I'm just thinking about where you live and the weather conditions. I think you guys are a little milder at the moment. My oldest lives in your neck of the woods, so I pay attention. I'm a little further north, so what does that even matter? I just want to give you words of encouragement. I want you to give it a go, give it a try. There's no success or failure. It doesn't mean, you could have 12 tomatoes off of one plant or 3, and you still grew one. And for people who, I get this a lot, like I can't grow anything, all my plants die. All my plants are gonna die. I fully intend for all of them to die. And I love them, they're very pretty. I'll show you, I've got some flowers. I kinda like this little, that's not the best view, I apologize. Actually, I got flowers everywhere, but this isn't about me or my flowers. It's about wanting you to go ahead and give it a go. Maybe you can convince Doug to eat a vegetable. Like fajitas? That's just peppers and onions. You don't okay. I mean, I'm not, you know, I started eating all of my stuff because I started growing it all. Before that, I was just, you know, just like everybody else. Mostly, you know, like I went out, I ordered, I went to the place and went through the thing, bought food. You know, we cook around here probably more than, well, now we do. Cook all the time, but this is probably more than you need to know. I'll stop talking now. I just really want you to grow something. Give it a go. Look, fought with anxiety and depression my whole life. And the last 10 years, I was a pretty hard agoraphobic. Hard. And I started leaving the house by just stepping out my front door. And I stay in my yard. Then I can get up to whatever the hell I want to. I don't have to get dressed. I don't have to put on a show. I don't have to impress anybody. They just keep me company. And there's no expectations. Do you know what I mean? There's no pressure. There's no pressure. And if it doesn't work out, that's fine. Who cares? You know what I mean? I'm not under a deadline. I don't have anybody to report to. There's nobody who's gonna review my work. It's just mine. Which sometimes is a higher bar. That's true. I'm kind of an all or nothing. Like, it has to be done. It has to be done right. It has to be done perfect, right? So gardening has taught me how to, go with the flow a bit more. Pay attention, like stop and pay attention. There's one thing, I sit and rewind conversations in my head all day long. All day long. But if I come outside, what do you know? My carrots need water, right? Hey, there's some weeds over there to pull. Hey, what's this thing over here? Hey, these buds need to come off. And my mind stops ruminating on things right? Things in the past, the future that does not exist, doesn't exist. It hasn't been written. It's not a place on a map. You can't go to there, which is sometimes terrifying, especially for those of us who appreciate, organization and a schedule and deadlines. See, one of the hardest things I've discovered for myself is self-imposed. Like, not with regular shit, but stuff that I used to do that I'd like to go back to, but I avoid. I'll get there. Yeah, I don't know. I just really wanted to encourage you to give it a shot. There is no failure. It's, and it's kind of a bummer, like if something happens, like they get blight or, I don't know, man, the windstorm or hail or, just like you lose a plant that you've worked really hard at, and that sucks. It does, but there's always the next spring to plan for. So it's oddly, all right, we'll give it another go, like just keep chipping away at it. But in your own space, it's liberating. It's a pretty nice day today. Anyway, if I post this, I sure love your guts. I'm glad you're here. So, you have a good day.